Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever in the world you are. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Make sure you hydrate, as very important. I'm gonna do that right now. Hope everyone. I don't like the blue glow. You can see a little bit of the blue glow on the top right corner, which is annoying, but whatever. Anyway, guys, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, PORYGON-Z, and with the release of Destined Rivals, this card actually now has, let's say, I don't want to say a playable archetype, but this is a very fun archetype, and this is low-key like not terrible. Let's go at it one by one. I'll try to build up the deck that I have prepared for here as much as I can, sequentially. So let's look at the Rocket's Porygon first. This is a 60 HP colorless Pokemon with just 1 retreat cost and 1 energy. You can do hacking to discard 1 card from your hand, and then also your opponent doing the same thing, discarding 1 from their hand. Not very impressive, of course. Then we got the Porygon-2, Stage 1, evolves from the Porygon. Sorry, hold on. Look at the sleeves, by the way. I love these Scarlet Violet sleeves. For 90 HP, 1 retreat cost, 3 colorless energy, you get to do the attack Control R. Does 20 damage for each supporter in your discard pile with Team Rocket in its name. And this Porygon-Z that evolves from the Porygon-2 has the same attack for 2 colorless energy. Also has 140 HP, 1 retreat cost again, and also the ability Reconstitute, which is like a reversed trade. You use the ability, you can discard 2 cards from your hand to draw 1 card, which can help you getting more supporters in the discard pile. The idea of the deck is to try and get as many of these supporters in the discard pile, obviously. So I'll break this down one by one. How exactly we'll go about this. Let me just build up the evolution line first and foremost. We're running 4 Porygon and then 3 Porygon-2, and once again 4 Porygon-Z. This is the whole evolution line that we're running. Just put these right here. Most of these are proxies. I went to a pre-release yesterday and I did not open very many Rocket stuff. Unfortunately, I opened a lot of even Cyclosion stuff, which I was happy with, but I was like, it's probably not a deck that I'm gonna play, so a little awkward to. I mean, most of the cards in here are proxies, but not all of them. Not all of them, mind you, not all of them. For example, 2 rare candies. Those are not proxies. Rare candies. We can use this to go from Porygon to Porygon-Z immediately without having to go through Porygon-2. We just run 2 of them because we have a fat 4-3-4 line, and the Porygon-2 already has the same attack as the Porygon-Z, albeit with 1 energy more. So that's why I decided to go for 2 rare candies. Thank you for lurking, Emma. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Our means of attacking for Porygon-2, you might think like, oh, 2 colors energy, 3 colors energy. That's a lot of energy. How can we like, what are we doing for energy acceleration in order to attack with this turn after turn? Well, look at this. We got Team Rocket's energy. As you can see, I have 2 of them. 2 of them are proxies. Team Rocket's energy can only be attached to the Team Rocket's Pokemon. And if it's attached to anything other than Team Rocket's Pokemon, it gets discarded. But as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, to a Team Rocket's Pokemon that is, it provides 2 energy, which are both Psychic and Dark energy at the same time. Now that last part doesn't really matter what type of energy they are, but if we attach one of these energies to a Rocket's Porygon-Z, they can immediately attack with Control R for just 1 attachment, which is really nice. So this is our main form of energy, Rocket's energy, but we also run 3 reversal energy. You might be familiar with this card, but I'll explain. If you're behind on prizes and this is attached to an evolution Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box, so for example Porygon-2, it gives you 3 energy at a time. And this energy is like literally every energy, but only 3 energy at a time. So if you attach one of these to Rocket's Porygon-2, You can immediately attack with Control R, but only of course if you're behind on prizes. Your opponent has taken more prize cards than you have. So this is our main way of trying to charge up our attackers. We use Rare Candy or manually evolve, and then we use either Reversal Energy or Team Rocket's Energy to launch the attack. Let's see. Oopsie. So this is our main way of charging up the attackers. Now you might be wondering, okay, how do we actually get the Team Rocket supporters in the discard? What do the Team Rocket supporters actually do? Let's talk about the second part first. Which Team Rocket supporters we're running. First and foremost, I'll show you guys the best one. The best one by far, Team Rocket's Oriana, which draws your cards until you have 5 cards in your hands. But if all of your Pokemon in play are Rocket's Pokemon, you draw until you have 8 cards in your hand instead. That's a really powerful effect. We don't run any other Pokemon than Rocket's Pokemon in our list, so yeah, this is just straight up a draw until you have 8 in your hand, which is really good. We run 4 copies, of course, for this. We want to run very many copies of these Rocket supporters, because the more we discard, the more damage we do. Which I'm assuming that makes sense. We also run Team Rocket's Proton, which searches your deck for 3 basic Team Rocket's Pokemon, reveals them and puts them into your hands. But you can even play this card on your turn 1 going first, just like Carmen, for example. Really powerful effect. I don't think I'll actually play this card, other than specifically turn 1, where you need to set up. If you play like 1 Proton for like 3 Porygon, I think you're set for the whole game, probably. But still, very useful supporter, because you can use it turn 1 going first. Team Rocket's Proton is actually probably the reason why we want to go first with this deck every time. Because there's no way we're getting a turn 1 attack, and getting Team Rocket's Proton turn 1 is very, very nice. Then we get Guzma. Sorry, Team Rocket's Giovanni. Team Rocket's Giovanni switches your active Rocket Pokemon with one of your bench Rocket Pokemon. And if you do, you switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So it's effectively a switch plus a boss's order in 1 card. But it only works if you can switch between 2 Rocket's Pokemon. Well, like I said, we have only Rocket's Pokemon in our deck list here, so once again, an easy 4-off to include. We're not done with the Rocket supporters yet, by the way. We're also running Team Rocket's Archer. If you're familiar with Roxanne, this card is very similar. You only play Archer if any of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. And if that is the case, then you can play this to make both players shuffle their hand into their deck. And then you draw 5, and the opponent draws 3 cards. I would say this is like probably one of the lesser cards. It's still nice hand disruption, I guess, since we don't want to run Iono, I guess. But it's okay. It's like fine. Archer's fine. And then we have more Team Rocket supporters, by the way. We also have lastly Team Rocket's Petrel. Team Rocket's Petrel searches your deck for 1 trainer card, reveals it, and puts it into your hand. And this can actually be very nice for most of our contingency plans. We only run 3 Petrel. We consider going to a 4th Petrel and then running like 3 Archers or 3 Protons. Those are all valid options. I just chose to go for 3 Petrel, because Petrel usually only sees like play for like a once per gameplay or twice per gameplay. It's like a personal preference at this point. Now you might be wondering, how do we actually discard all these? Because like none of these supporters actually say that we have to discard cards. So we need to find other ways to discard these cards. Well, one of those is with Professor Research. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. This is another supporter. If we have a lot of Rocket supporters in our hand, we can just discard all of them with playing a Research. Very, very nice. We also run 4 Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball discards 2 cards from your hand and allows you to search your deck for any Pokemon. Very nice if we're looking, for example, for a PORYGON-Z. Very, very sick. And we also have a great way of finding these Rocket supporters. Rocket's Random Receiver, Team Rocket's Receiver, which searches your deck for a supporter card with Rocket in its name, reveals it, and puts it into your hands. That's pretty good. So you can just, for example, if you don't have a Team Rockets Proton in your hand, turn 1 going first, but you do have this, you can just search your deck for the Proton with this. Excellent card. Of course we're running 4 copies. Like, we kind of have to. We just make space. Yeah, dude. I'm starting to run out of space on this playmat, unfortunately. You know what? I'll just put these here for now. Rare candies can chill next to that. Petrol could actually be very nice because in this deck, because it can find you a lot of things. It can find you Ultra Ball, it can find you Rare Candy, but it can also find you your A-Spec Brilliant Blender, which allows you to discard 5 cards from your deck. Sounds very bad, but if you're discarding 5 Rockets supporters with this, you're boosting the damage from Porygon-Z and Porygon-Z with like 100 for the use of 1 single item card. And if you use Petrol, you can find this. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then we also have even more draw support with the Team Rockets supporters because of the Stadium Team Rockets Factory, which allows us to, if we use it, draw 2 cards if we've played a supporter that has Team Rocket in its name from our hand this turn. That's a pretty powerful stadium. Actually, it's like an incredibly powerful stadium. Unfortunately, this doesn't work if we've played Research in the same turn, but you know, it is what it is. Like, if that's the biggest thing, sure, whatever. Now to round out the deck, I have a few more Team Rockets Pokemon here. We have a Rockets Mimikyu, which has a 0 retreat cost, which is very nice. The attack is also not terrible. We can use this for 1 Rockets energy to copy an attack from our opponent's active Terra Pokemon and use it as the effect of this attack. And we have a Rockets Articuno, which is a 120 HP basic, which prevents all of our opponent's attacks, all effects of our opponent's attacks done to our basic Team Rockets Pokemon in play. So, for example, Dragapult's damage counters that it's placing, we're immune to those. Devolution, we're immune to that. Actually, we're not immune to Devolution because it only works on basic Team Rockets Pokemon, but it's mostly a Dragapult answer. So, those are 2 extra Pokemon that we're running, so that we're not just running 4 basics. I was considering adding a second Mimikyu or maybe a Wobbuffet, the 7th one, because 6 basics feels like it feels like a really small amount of basics, but that's of course up to your personal liking. Since we run so many discard options, I also opted to go for 2 Night Stretchers in this deck to recover some Pokemon for us in case we're in a pinch and we have discarded a lot of Porygon-Z or Porygon-2 or Porygon. Night Stretcher is an excellent recovery option for that. Another recovery option we're running is Sacred Ash, which shuffles up to 5 Pokemon from our discard pile into our deck. This is a new card, once again. I actually did open this one in the pre-release, as well as like one of the Team Rockets Factory. And I guess 2 of the Team Rockets Energy. All of the other cards are cards I already own, unfortunately. Sacred Ash, very, very powerful recovery tool. Since we're not running any basic energy, there's no Super Rod in this deck, I figured Sacred Ash would be a lot more powerful for this list. We also run 1 Buddy Puffin in case, for example, we can't find Proton turn 1, but we can find Petrol. We can use Petrol to grab Puffin to grab 2 Porygons onto our bench. And then last but not least, we have 1 counter catcher, because apparently 4 Giovannis is not enough for Gusting, because we want to discard these fellas as well. Just an extra counter catcher. I could see this being the 4th reversal energy of, for example, or like a 3rd Rare Candy, or maybe like a 4th Petrol. I don't exactly know. Like, for example, this list is not a hard science. Of course, we're just testing. But I feel like this list will probably do well. In like at like any LGS, I would not bring this to a regionals, for example, but you know what? Maybe I could definitely see potential with this list. But the thing is, there's a lot of very good established archetypes in the format right now, and this deck takes a little bit to get going. So it could be very easy for your opponent to just overwhelm you on the very first turns. So let's try putting this against like a against like a Dragapult player, for example. If we're playing against a Dragapult player, let's say we are doing a best of 3. I need to shuffle this really well, by the way, before I do the coin flip for this. No, see if I can turn the lights a little bit. Yeah, nice. Gives us a little bit better lighting for the rest of the mats. I do like these Scarlet Violet sleeves, they look very clean. Unfortunately, they are ETB sleeves, so they will probably wear out over time. Let's just flip that coin. Let's say we're going for heads. That was not a good dice roll, come on. That is tails. I would assume Dragapult would want to go second against us, which is not the worst thing in the world. So that means we're going first. If we get like a random receiver or a Proton in our opener, I would be pretty happy about that. But other than that, I don't really can think of any other cards I would like in the opening. So let's see. We don't have a basic in our opening hand, that makes sense. We only run 6 of them, so we have to go for a mulligan. When I tested this deck off stream for a little bit, I played like 5 games or something. Like just solitaire, goldfish. And I had 0 mulligans in all 5 of the games, so I was a little confused. I was like, wait, and I'm running only 6 basics. How am I not getting any mulligans? And I guess the mulligans are now catching up to me. There's a very good reason for why you want to include like maybe a Team Rocket's Meowth Persian, or an extra Mimikyu, an extra Articuno, a Wobbuffet maybe. Maybe even a Mewtwo for all I know. I don't think Mewtwo is actually a good one. I think Mewtwo would make very little sense in this one actually. Like maybe Spidops E-Switch could be an option, but that feels like a little clunky as well. It's once again a stage 1 Pokemon. Anyway, let's try it again. Draw 7 more. Let's see what these are. Once again, no basic. Damn, the mulligans are catching up to me, man. It feels like I'm playing Iron Thorns all over again. Cringe. Oh, my nose is itchy. I'm Mr. Ichinose. Mr. Go Ichinose. I always make that joke, I don't know why. I'm just a silly goose mood today, I think that's just my mood today. Or should I say a silly duck mood, because we're playing Porygon list. Yes, Porygon is a duck. It's a robot duck, but it's a duck. And it's my favorite duck in the Pokemon games, I think. Yeah, I think I like Porygon-Z more than I do Psyduck, which feels crazy to say, but yeah, Psyduck is goated, but so is Porygon-Z. Right, like, first time is the charm, right? Surely. Nope. Once again, another mulligan. Oh, whoopsie. We're getting like plenty of good. I think I've seen like either a receiver or Proton in all of my openers. But sadly no Porygon or Articuno or Mimikyu yet. I wish we could just start with no basic, but alas. Shuffle, shuffle. Oh. Alright. 4th time's the charm. Surely there is a basic Pokemon in these 7. Oh, Proton, Candy. Oh my lords! Dude. 4 mulligans already. I'm tempted to just put a Porygon on top. Just search my deck for a Porygon, put one on top, and then shuffle the rest. Or like an Articuno even, I don't even care. I guess for the Bolt matchup we do want Articuno in play heavily, because we don't want to get pinged down by the Bolts. Alright, come on. Basic, 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 please! Please give me a basic. Research, petrol, P2, rockets. This is like 5 mulligans or something. This is crazy. This is nutto whack job. We definitely need to add like more basics. I wish the side-out promo was already out in the West, man, because that would be a really good card to include here. I guess I could consider adding like Tatsugiri rescue boards, maybe? But if I add the Tatsugiri, and that's like not a Rockets Pokemon, so Ariana's draw becomes so much worse. If we do that and maybe add a Penny as well, or a Zero, that also feels so awkward. Come on. Give me a good opener. Petrol Factory, P2, oh my lords. Surely we'll get a Porygon in our a basic in our opener at some point. I guess at this point you could probably ditch a counter catcher for like a 7th basic. I think bumping from 6 to 7 is very, very nice. If you really want to go to 8 basics, then yeah, well, what do you cut then? Do you cut like a Proton? Not. Having Proton turn 1 going first is really nice. So actually I don't think cutting Protons is a call. Maybe cutting an Archer. Because that caps you out at 360 damage. Which I think KOs everything in format except for Steven's Metagross. If it has Steven's Metagross, if it has the Carbink and the Granite Cave in play. Or even with one of them, yeah, because then it goes to 370. But we currently have 19 supports, so we can hit for 380 maximum. I don't know, man. Maybe you can cut a Night Stretcher, maybe you can cut an Ultra Ball. I honestly don't know. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We open the blender. We have a Mimikyu. Oh my god. And we have Poffin in opener. Okay. This is huge. We don't actually have the Proton, but that's fine because we have Poffin. 3, 6 prizes. Let's flip and let's start. I'm gonna start with Buddy Poffin. I will once again open up these prizes because price checking is very cringe, especially on stream, so I'll just open them here. We got PORYGON-Z, Night Stretcher, Ariana, Proton, Petrol, Rocket Energy. Nothing too crazy. Those are, I think those are normal prizes. Yeah, let's play the Poffin for 2 Porygons then. Pricing 1 PZ is like fine because we have 4 of them. Boop, boop. Very nice. No Proton opportunity in hand, right? I don't even think we played the Team Rocket's Factory yet. Specifically because I think we do play the blender, but I don't think we play the Factory because Stadium can still be bumped before we get any use out of it. Definitely wanna like at least 1 Petrol from this and like 2 Protons for sure. Maybe like 2 Archers are the other ones. Maybe Archer Giovanni. There's no way I need 4 best options. There's a Petrol price, so I'll actually replace this Petrol with the Archer. There's no Archer price, right? No, okay. So we're gonna discard these 5. supporters. Team Rocket supporters were a brilliant blender. Very nice actually that we found that turn 1, because if we get Badooed, then we are just straight up not able to find it. Splendor. I'll put the Rocket supporters in a different pile and I'll keep track of them with a die. So we have 5 Rocket supporters in the discard pile right now. And I think I do actually want to retreat Mimikyu into Porygon. Particularly because Mimikyu's free retreat is really, really nice, and at this point we're just gonna pass. They're probably just gonna Badoo me. They got like 4 extra cards in opener, so they're Badooing me for sure. I draw for turn. Okay. Play Team Rocket's Factory. Ideally, I do want to play the Team Rocket supporter this turn to draw more, but I think Research is just a play here. So let's evolve Benched Porygon into Porygon-Z and then Research away the Factory and the 2 Giovannis, putting this at 7. Let's see, 7 supporters and drawing 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We found the Rocket's Articuno, which is very, very big. I'm not sure if I want to attach for turn yet, because Dragapult can of course boss things up. Well, how likely is that? How likely is it that they get a prize before I do? The big question here. I do actually want to Team Rocket's Receiver right now. No, I can't, because I'm item locked by Badoo. I can't actually play the Rocket's Receiver, so I'll just pass over. They're probably gonna Badoo lock me, or yeah, Badoo item lock me again. And I'll draw for turn. I'll evolve my active into Porygon-Z. Why not? Still can't play any items. I'll attach a reverse. Yeah, I'll attach a reversal to Porygon-Z, and I'll play Team Rocket's Oriana to fill my hand back up to 8. So this means we go to 8 orders, and I draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them were Rocket supporters, very nice, but unfortunately I can't discard them at all right now because of the because of the Badoo lock. Oh wait, hold on, this proxy is kind of sticking out a little bit. Let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, there's not really much we can do right now. I mean, we can Team Rocket's Factory to draw 2 more. But you do find a Porygon-Z. This one was already evolving into Porygon-Z this turn. I think I'll hold on to the Pory-Z and I'll pass. Knowing their Dragapult, they probably try to look for a boss for Articuno, but let's just say they don't have it and they just attack active. And I push Mimikyu, draw for turn. I'm hearing ads. What is this cringe shit? I just closed my... Okay, nice. Nice, I just closed my entire web browser. That was not what I meant to do. I did not mean to close my web browser. Please don't play ads. I'm begging you. Okay, thanks for not playing ads. Let me see if I can turn back on my ad blocker. Can't believe it was actually off. Hello? No. Come on. Sure, whatever. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good again. Our turn just started. We drew a Team Rocket's Receiver. Let's play... let's evolve into Rocket's Porygon-Z. We did already play our Buddy Boffin. Is it very stupid to Ultra Ball for a Porygon? I don't think so. Let's play 2 Rockets receivers. Let's go grab an Archer with that. And a Proton. Grab Archer and Proton with that. And an Ultra Ball away that Archer and Proton. This goes to Hundo. And we can go find a Porygon. Go, I already put it on the bottom. Yeah, nice. I'm not gonna shuffle yet because I don't know into. So we're doing 200 at the moment, which is not bad, but is there a way to bump that to 320? That's what I'm trying to think. Is there a way to get 6 extra of these supporters in the discards this turn? I don't think so. So first and foremost, let's use Reconstitute. Discards a Petrol and a Petrol. Actually no, let's do Petrol Ariana. This goes to 120. 240 to draw 1 card. We found an Ultra Ball, okay, that's very good. If we Petrol for a Rocket receiver for another supporter, we go to 130. We get 16. We need 4 more. Possible? Don't know. That's possible. It might be. How many Ultra Balls are in discard right now? Only 1, and I have 1 in hand. If I play my research here, that means that I don't actually play the thing, a Rocket supporter, on use of Factory. This is a difficult turn. But I think it's probably best to just get a Drag Cloak. Probably best to just get a Drag Cloak up with that. And then, yeah, just play the Giovanni to get a Drag Cloak. Yeah. And then use Team Rocket's Factory to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Ooh, Sacred Ash. Pokemon are main discard pile. 1, 2. Only 2. A little early to play that then. We do have Counter Catcher actually now. Would have been nice if I knew that I was about to pull that. Otherwise I would have Petroled, of course. I can still Ultra Ball away this Petrol. Get another Porygon-Z in play. I think that's not terrible. And let's Ultra Ball away Petrol, and then what else do I discard? Probably the Counter Catcher. Let me just double check how many Giovannis are in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's all Giovannis are in there. Okay. We're not discarding the Counter Catcher. Discarding the Sacred Ash? I think that's probably the play. Feels a little awkward. This goes to 1. Whoopsie. 140. Okay. Maybe it would have been better if I instead of playing Petrol, instead of playing Giovanni, I just played Ariana. But then I don't think I would have been close to a KO at all. Unfortunately. Okay, so we grab this with Ultra Ball. We use our Candy to evolve into Rocket's Porygon-Z. How many energies are? Oh, not a lot. Okay, so there's like 3 Rockets energy deck. That makes me want to not attach that reversal yet. Let's swing into that Drag Cloak for 1 prize. Although, do we want to this Reconstitute just became available, but I don't think I want to do that. Yo, hello Alex. Hello, hello. How are you doing? thanks for stopping by. We get the Night Stretcher from prizes. That's actually not too bad. Okay. Deck building is going alright. I must say this archetype is a little rough to pilot, but I think it has some potential, not gonna lie. It feels kind of memey, archetype, but it has a lot of potential. And weirdly, a bunch of flexibility that I did not expect. This definitely needs tweaking though. This archetype needs tweaking. This is like a first draft. It 100% needs tweaking. Like, we need more basics in here. We can probably cut a little bit on the gust. Yeah, those are like most of the things. Okay, so let's say I KO'd that Dracloak. Let's say they push another Bolt and they KO my active Porygon. That's not a very weird thing to say. Putting them at 4 prizes compared to my 5. Let's push Mimikyu because it has free retreat and then draw. You find a Rocket's Energy, but since I'm still behind on prizes, I do want to try and go for a Reversal Energy attachment since that's still active. We're down to Porygon-2 and 2 Porygon-Z now. There's 1 in prizes, so there's still 1 Porygon-Z in deck. I do want to consider setting up another Porygon right now. I do want to I think I will Night Stretcher for Porygon. I think that's alright. Night Stretcher, a Porygon back to my hands. Are these all Destined Rival cards? Not all of them, but a lot of them are. All of the Team Rocket's cards are Destined Rival cards. As you can see, most of them are proxies, because I was not lucky enough to open them in pre-release. Like I said, this is just for testing, so I don't mind using proxies. If I don't want to run this deck, then that's fine. And I didn't spend any money on it. But other cards in this list, like for example, the Countercatcher, Research, those are just staples. Those are not Destined Rivals cards. But basically, every single card that says Rocket on here is from Destined Rivals, plus the Sacred Ash. I think that's specifically. You're wondering how I got them. Yeah, there was a pre-release yesterday. So some of the cards, as you can see, I got the Sacred Ash from pre-release. I got like 1 Team Rocket's Factory from pre-release, and 1 Petrol, and like 2 Rocket's Energies. But that's like the extent of Rocket stuff that I got from the pre-release. I got a lot of Ethan's Typhlosion stuff, and I got a lot of Team Rocket's Tyranitar things. But that's about it. We're still behind on prizes, so might as well. But the thing is, how many? Let's just recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there is 14 Rockets supporters in the discard, so Porygon does do 280, which is not enough to KO Dragapult. How? Like, can we find 2 extra supporters to discard this turn? My gut says no, so I think the plan is to indeed Countercatcher like another Dracloak. And then research this hand away to draw 7. I do discard 1 Rocket's Energy, but that's fine. Is this 7, if I counted correctly? 4, 5, yeah, 7. Hold on, my chat doesn't auto-scroll anymore. You've been collecting a bit recently, but you haven't actually played the TCG in 10 years. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. You know all the basic rules. There's not very many weird things in Standard right now that would like actually break the rules. Okay, we did find a Porygon-Z, which is nice. I could Night Stretcher for another Porygon. I think I will. Just to keep setting up my bench. There was another Porygon in this card. Yeah, there it is. There you go. Bench that juicy Porygon. But I'm glad to hear that you're actually getting back into the TCG. What kind of deck are you trying to figure out right now? Let's just sort my hand a little so I know what my options are. Because technically there was a Dragapult KO in my hands right here, because I can Team Rocket's Receiver to find a Team Rocket supporter from my list. I'll grab the Ariana. There's like not very many cards in deck, so I don't. Might not actually want to discard my Archer. Yeah, let's Ultra Ball away like the Ariana and the Team Rocket's Factory. As you can see, this is the real factory. You're just collecting. You almost have all the 151 set. Oh, Slay. Let's go. That's a hard to get set to get by. Not gonna lie. Congrats on that. Okay. Don't want to reconstitute anything here. Oh yeah, wait, I Ultra Ball, so I can't look for a Pokemon in my deck. Candy and P. It's better to grab P2, I think. This can still attack with reversal. Yeah, let's grab a P2 with the Ultra Ball. Give this a good shuffle. The remaining, how many cards? Deck 6. Okay. I did play a research this turn, so I cannot use Rocket's Factory. So let's retreat Mimikyu into that PORYGON-Z, PORYGON-Z, whatever. And use Control R for 300 damage on that lone Dracloak. Putting us both back at 4 prizes again. Okay. Got the petrol from the prizes. Surely they have another KO on active, the Dragon Ball players that we would be playing against, so I'm not surprised by that being KO'd. Let's draw for turn. We definitely evolve one of these into Porygon-Z. Question is, how do we do our attachments? I think I want to do Archer here, but the question is, do I want to attach first? I think not. I think playing Archer is pretty good here to disrupt their hand as well. Shuffle our own hand into the deck and then draw 5. Getting all the reverse hollows seems to be the trickiest part. Oh yeah, the reverse hollows is almost always the trickiest part in the collecting a set. I'm collecting Shroud of Fable right now, and I would say like it's probably like I just finished getting all the reverse hollows, so there's still like a couple of SIRs and IRs that I need. But I would definitely say it's really tricky to get the reverses. Okay, so we did get reversal energy. We're down 4 price to 3. It does work. No Porygon-Z and Candy, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oh wait, we can't use Reconstitute because there's no Porygon. But we can use Team Rocket's Factory because we played a Rocket supporter this turn. Holy shit, I have 2 cards in deck. But we can actually now Rare Candy to Porygon-Z. And I can Ultra Ball away Team Rocket's Receiver and Petrol. Put this at 170. Or like 17. I'm not gonna grab the Porygon from the deck because there's no more recovery in my deck. We're not gonna grab anything because we don't want to deck out. So we retreat Mimikyu into Porygon-Z. And we go for a Control R to KO that Dragapult for 2 prizes. The reason I play with open prizes is because price checking is very cringe. But like once again, I do grab random prizes. You got Ariana and PZ. Surely they grab another KO. But now we're tied in prizes. We're both on 2 prizes. But if they grab another KO with Dragapult, I think they just lose. Because we can just attach Rocket's energy there. I can play Rocket's Ariana to draw the last card from my deck. I can bench the Porygon. I mean, there's not really much I can do. I have 2 cards in hand, 0 in deck. But we can Control R to grab our last 2 prizes and win against Dragapult. Holy shit, you just win. You can just prize race a Dragapult. That feels a little illegal, actually. Especially with Mimikyu, because Mimikyu can copy Dragapult's attack and you can just start sniping their bench. It's very interesting. It's not a KO on a Dragapult though, but it's a very funny move that you can like pull off in early game. So I'm assuming Dragapult still wants to go second, so we'll still go first. Let's say we got the win game 1, they decide to go second, so we do get first. Let's see how many mulligans it takes this time. Hello Katamayo, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Give this a real good shuffle. Without destroying my sleeves, maybe? That's a good idea, maybe? Thank you for not cursing me by coming into chat one time. I do appreciate it. Alright, I think that's a good enough shuffle. Let me just hydrate real quick before we move on. It feels so weird to see the water bottle vertical with these top-down settings. Anyway, make sure you hydrate properly at home there as well. You're just here getting stuff ready to go to your locals to play Lorcana. Ooh, Slay. Let's go. I actually know 0 things about Lorcana. I actually know nothing about Lorcana, which is crazy, because I know a little bit about most card games, but I've not looked into Lorcana at all. Maybe I should do that. Is Lorcana expensive? I would assume so, right? Am I excited for the white and black sets? Yes. Gameplay wise, I'm not sure, because the cards we've seen so far, most of them are reprints of older gens, which I don't think we'll see play, other than maybe Air Balloon and Prism Energy. I mean, those are exciting. I don't think that any of the Pokemon that we've seen so far will see play, besides maybe Jellicent DX. But Jellicent DX doesn't really spark fun to me. But the arts, the fact that everything is getting an IR does look really cool. Basically like Magic the Gathering or Dragon Ball CCG, but slower, not expensive, cheaper than Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! But is it cheaper than Pokemon? Pokemon is really cheap, of course. But yeah, I'm really excited for the black and white set. We do open 2 basics, actually. That's really, really nice. Somehow we open a basic every time with this deck of 6 basic Pokemon. Somehow. Let's lay down the 6 prizes. Flip them over. And let's start. We are going first, so we're not allowed to play a supporter, but Proton specifically says that you can play this on your first turn going first. So let's go for that. Slay. Similar pricing to Pokemon. Okay, cool. The Proton allows us to look in our deck for 3 basic Team Rockets Pokemon and put them into our hands. So I think I just want to go grab 2 Porygons and the Articuno. Let's see if the Articuno is priced. I will do the... Yeah, okay, it's not priced. Here. Articuno, Porygon, Porygon. This is why Team Rocket's Proton is so good on turn 1 going first. Let's go check the prizes. It's 1 Porygon-Z, 1 Porygon-Z, 2 Proton. Wow, the fact that we started with 1 is crazy. 1 Giovanni and then 1 Research. Okay. Just lay them out here so that I'm reminded what the prizes are. I should shuffle my deck, but the question is, do I want to go back? I mean, playing against Dragapult, I do think I want to go back. So let's Ultra Ball away, Archer, and Night Stretcher, because I'm not sure. Night Stretcher is good actually, and Petrol. Actually, no. Let's discard the Giovanni and not the Petrol. Yeah. Whoopsie. Sorry for the bump. Except you can actually find Lorcana. Haha, very funny. But it is true. I'll go ahead and grab a Porygon-Z from that, I guess. Not in my area. People be ravenous. Oh my god. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that is indeed unfortunate. Card shop you to go to. The most always has plenty of stock, but I guess it depends on where you live. Yeah, it's like kind of in the middle of the kind of like in the middle here. Like the popular sets go by really fast, but for example, there's still like plenty of stock for Shrouded Fable and Surging Sparks at our stores, but like no Prismatic Evolutions, no Destined Rivals, of course. The pre-orders are all gone, but like Journey Together is still like properly stocked. It's a little weird. It's like a little dependent on what actually is popular for us in our area, yes or no. Okay, let me just get all the Rocket supporters that we played this turn here or discarded out of here, because we do want to keep track of them, because that's how much damage Porygon-Z is doing, or Porygon-Z. So it's 3 of them. Yeah, I don't think there's very much I can do right now because I already played the Proton, so I think I will retreat into a Porygon just because Mimikyu is valuable in this matchup and we only have 1 of them. You've been super lucky pulling in Lorcana. Let's go. My Destined Rivals pull luck from yesterday, from the pre-release, was so ass. I got like 2 terrible baby EXs. Like two EXs that don't see, probably will not see any play whatsoever. People go insane for Prismatic, yeah. It's crazy. So that's a turn pass. They're probably gonna Badu item lock me for 10 damage. But that means I can't play any items this turn. But what I can do is play Petrol. Go grab a Team Rocket's Factory. To give myself some draw. But yeah, people do go insane for Prismatic. I know. Prismatic is like nowhere to be found right here. But I feel like that's a given for like every single place on Earth somehow, because people want to pull the Umbreon. I really hope that people just will calm down for now. People have already calmed down a little bit with Destined Rivals, I'm noticing. Because they're noticing like, oh, there's not really a big pull this set. I'm like, bro, there's plenty of good pulls, I don't know what you're talking about. But there's not an Umbreon level pull. That's kind of the thing, and that's what I really like right now about Destined Rivals. The Scalpers will probably stay away from it a little bit. Let's play the Team Rocket's Factory. Let's evolve a bench Porygon into Porygon-Z, and let's use the Factory, because I have played the Team Rocket Supporter this turn, so I can use it to draw cards. Not two very useful cards, unfortunately. Gonna have to be another pass from me. We probably get Budu'd again. Let's draw. Proton Rail didn't really do anything here. We can play Oriana to refill our hand to 8, because we only have Rockets Pokemon in play. Not a bad shout. So let's do that. So we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 4. And then we can use Rocket's Factory to draw 2 more. 1, 2. Holy shit, I drew exactly nothing. We can't play Puffin because we're item locked. Team Rocket's Energy, but I'd rather not attach that. This hand is so full, but it's like full of absolutely nothing. I'm just trying to get some order in the chaos here. But there's like so little going on in this hand. There's like no sauce in here whatsoever. Yeah, there's nothing really we can do because we can't play items because of the Badu lock. We played a supporter for turn already. We can't play Team Rocket's Factory because there's already one in play. And the energy I kind of want to hold on to. So at this point it's probably just another pass from me. And surely they have like a Dragapult in play. AO Porygon active. So let's assume that they do. I'll push Porygon-Z and draw. I top deck Porygon-Z, that's huge. You can attach the Rocket's Energy to this. I mean, they probably bombed my stadium at some point, right? Surely. Let's play the Buddy Puffin to get the last Porygon. There's no other basics in my list here, so shuffle up. Shuffle. PO Dragapult, we need like 16 of these supporters in this card. That's not gonna happen right now, unfortunately. But what we can do is play Team Rocket Giovanni to switch out my Rocket Pokemon for one of my other Rocket Pokemon, and then boss something up from them. And then we can retreat back with 0 retreat from the Porygon. Or 0 retreat from Mimikyu to back to Porygon. I have like a Dracloak inactive right now. We can Factory to draw 2 cards again. Okay, we have another Porygon-Z, but sadly no candy. There's a Petrol here. We can Petrol next turn for a candy maybe. But his hand feels really, really slow because there's no Ultra Balls whatsoever. There's like one in Discord pile, of course, but well. So yeah, let's just KO the Dracloak. We do 120, so we get 1 prize card from that Dracloak that we just attacked. So we're tied up in prizes again, 5-5. We get another Proton from prizes. I would have loved to get that research from prizes actually. That would have been great. Maybe the Porygon-Z. Surely they got another KO with Dragapult. It was already set up. Surely they have it. Let's push the Mimikyu. Yo, hello Ducky, welcome in. Thank you for claiming the Daily Dynanuggy. And also thank you for claiming your Daily Dynanuggy and Spicy Nuggy. Wait, who claimed? Oh, Ducky claimed the Spicy Nuggy. But you both claimed the Daily Nuggy. Slay. Love to see it. Hope you're doing well, Ducky. Burp. This do indeed be burp. It's even a duck. Did I draw for turn already? I forgot. I don't think I have. Let's draw for turn. Okay, we get Team Rocket's random receiver. That's... His hand's a little dead. But we can make it less dead by using Petrel. Grab... We can either grab Blender or Candy. Blender lets us do more damage in the future, but it doesn't give us an attacker right now. I think I will still go for Blender. So we Petrel for the Blender, putting us to 7 Team Rocket supporters in discard pile. Hello, where's the 7? Here we go. We can play the Blender to search our deck for 5 cards and discard them, so let's do that. Archer is definitely a candidate to get discarded. I think 2 Archer discards is fine. And I want to keep the Petrel around if I can. There's 1 Giovanni left in deck, definitely don't want to discard that, so let's discard 3 Archers, Oriana, and the Petrel. Don't want to discard that Giovanni just yet. Yeah. Discarding those 5 seems fine. Ad break! I didn't even hear the great job pooping. God damn it. Thank you for the 15 biddies. I hope you guys heard it. Yes, great guy. Me and him go way back. Yeah, for sure. Didn't even hear the great job pooping, but thank you so much. Big shuffle. 5 more in the discard, so this goes to 12. It's gonna be a little bit of an off turn unless we can specifically find rare candy from, or specifically Porygon. I guess I'll play Team Rocket's receiver to grab another supporter from our deck. Only Team Rocket supporter we have left, right? Yeah, it is. We have the rest in our hands. Okay. Here we go. Team Rocket's Giovanni goes to our hands. We have played a Team Rocket supporter this turn, being the Petrel, so we can use Factory to draw 2 cards. We do find rare candy, that's actually really big. You can rare candy the PORYGON-Z. Was that first rare candy or second? It was the first rare candy, okay. The odds of hitting that were a little higher than I thought. We can counter catch or something, but I don't have an energy to attack this turn. That's really awkward. Do I want to play a Night Stretcher for now? I think I do. I think I will Night Stretcher for Porygon. Here we go. Let's go bench that Porygon and retreat to one of the 2 Porygons. Doesn't really matter, and probably pass here. Yeah, let's pass. And let's say they bump my stadium and KO my active Porygon. They're down to 3 prizes now. Definitely still push Mimikyu because it's free retreats. We play Factory. I can play Team Rocket's receiver to shuffle my deck because there's no Team Rocket supporters in my deck anymore. I can counter catcher up. Do I want to counter catcher? Not really. It doesn't really matter if I do or not, but I don't have any Gust left. If I don't. I mean, there's a Dragapult active, that's probably when we want to KO anyway, so yeah, let's research all of these away. There are 5 supporters, right? Yeah, 5. So we're going to 17 in discard pile from this. Let's see. Go. And we draw 7 cards. 6, 7. Go. Okay. Surely there's an energy in here. Yeah, there is. Hell yeah. Attach Team Rocket's energy to PORYGON-Z. We can Night Stretcher for Porygon-2. Actually, probably better to Night Stretcher for Porygon. How many Porygon-2 are in discards? 1. There's 1 in prizes, so there's 1 still left in deck. So yeah, it's probably better to Night Stretcher for a Porygon. And then bench that Porygon, because we probably need 3 attackers to finish the game off. We can Ultra Ball away the receiver and the Ultra Ball to get a Porygon from the deck. Our deck is full of energy and Sacred Ash, so that's very nice. Gives just lots of outs. Can't activate the Team Rocket's factory, unfortunately, because I played Research this turn. We can evolve this Porygon to Porygon-2. We can retreat Mimikyu into Porygon-Z. And we KO Dragapult, doing 340 damage for 2 prizes. Boop. I don't know what 2 prizes I picked. Oh my god, the Porygon-2 and Porygon-Z are still prized. So I got Proton and Giovanni. Okay, so I got Gust again, which is nice. They surely have another KO with second Dragapult. I push my Mimikyu. They're now down to 2 prizes. So what I can do is I can fun. How many Porygon-2 are in discards? Just 1, right? Yeah, because the other one, the one I just pushed up was, yeah, that was the candied one. And there's 1 candy used, right? So let me just double check that I'm not making the wrong play. That's 1 candy. Okay, so the other candy is still in deck. Do I collect on TCG Live app? I do sometimes play test on TCG Live, but I really don't like how buggy and laggy the app is, honestly. I think it's pretty high odds for me to actually hit the candy this turn. So that's a reversal to Porygon. Play Giovanni. Gust up that Dragapult, going to 18 supporter cards. Gusting up the Dragapult and moving my port active. I can use Rocket's Factory to draw 2. I don't want to play Sacred Ash, actually. Maybe I do. If I Sacred Ash now and an Ultra Ball for... Yeah, that's actually a safer play to do than waiting for the rare candy. Let's play Sacred Ash. Shuffling Porygon, Porygon-Z. Porygon-Z, Porygon-2. Just all my Pokemon discards, shuffling them back into my deck. But I'm not gonna shuffle yet, because I can Ultra Ball away the Proton and actually, I barely can't do that. I would need an energy next turn. This is difficult. We definitely Ultra Ball away the Proton. But what's the other card we Ultra Ball away? You have way too many code cards. I mean, in the Discord there's a channel. In a Discord server there's a channel where you can post all the code cards that you're not going to use so that other people can use them. I occasionally post some code cards there too, and I should from the pre-release as well, so feel free to join there if you want to either redeem them or play them. Yo, gang, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the compliments. If I don't Ultra Ball for the Porygon-2 this turn, yeah, let's... Reverse is probably not active next turn actually, because we're going to run 1 prize this turn, so yeah. Let's Ultra Ball the Reversal away. Reversal away. Going to 19 in discards. Grabbing the Porygon-2 that I just shuffled back. Yeah, there's Porygon-Z in deck 2. Yeah, there's 2. Oh wait, we don't need a PORYGON-Z though. We need one of 2 energies. Yeah, that's a great idea. So let's evolve benched PORYGON-2. And let's use Control R to, yeah, okay, once again KO a Dragapult, grabbing 2 prizes. Drawing research and PORYGON-2. Surely, now that I got the research from prizes, I will be able to get that, right? They probably KO this, going down to 1 prize. At this point, if you boss the Articuno, then you don't really get anything for it. So reversal doesn't do anything, unfortunately. You can do this, then research the PORYGON-2 and reversal away for 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 1 card left in deck. We can always reconstitute to draw down 1 card. But we got an energy. We can retreat into the PORYGON-Z. I don't think it matters what is active. I don't think they run Cornerstone at all. I mean, sure, to make sure that the Rocket's energy was like last prize or like last card in deck, we can reconstitute away 2 random cards from our hands to draw the last card of our deck. Woo, we found it. Boom. Back for the win. Slay. Big slay. This deck just wins against Dragapult. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. It should just not even that affected by item lock. Like the biggest thing. Oh, whoops! Sorry for the camera shake. The biggest thing for the Dragapult matchup is that you can't play your candies and your Ultra Balls when you really want to in the mid game, early to mid game. So just evolving smartly, maybe sacking off like a Porygon in early game is usually the way to go. Because once they take like 1 KO, then you can use reversal to like attack with a Porygon-2. And take like 2 prizes maybe back. Maybe 1. Because if you have the Articuno in play, they can't really put any damage counters on your bench. So they would have to boss up the Articuno, specifically. They would have to like gust up and KO the Articuno. But even then, if they KO the Articuno, you can Night Stretcher the Articuno back to your hand and then bench it. So it's not like the end of the world, that matchup. You just need to be careful with your Night Stretchers. And there's only 2 in the list. Maybe I'll increase that. But there's also Sacred Ash. Sacred Ash plus Proton also finds you the Articuno, so that works as well. But that's like a 2-card combination. Right, all shuffled up. What matchups should we practice against next? We could try Raging Bolt, we could try Even Typhlosion. Right. Let's try against Even Typhlosion, a fellow single prize deck. Let's see if we get 0 mulligans this time. That's something I really should change about this list. I'm not going to change it right now, of course, but adding more basics is definitely a priority. Yeah, see, there's no basics here, so we have to reshuffle. Hold on, let me think. Against Typhlosion. Does Typhlosion want to go first or second? I don't know if Typhlosion run Evo these days. I don't think that. I think they might run like an Evo build. I'm not sure. Probably not. So I think they would want to go first as well. So let's say we call heads here. We flip tails. So let's say we go second for this game 1 idea. But yeah, latching on to what Alex just asked. If you have code cards and you don't know what to do with them, feel free to post them in that Discord channel. If you want codes, or like want to use codes, feel free to join the Discord server and go ahead and redeem some of them. Make sure you use like an emote to indicate that you've redeemed that page so that you're not wasting anybody else's time. And also, be considerable, like, I guess you could technically claim all of them, all of the unclaimed pictures, but leave some for the rest of everyone. You can take like a bunch of them, but please don't take all of it. All of them, of course. I try to keep like a regular flow of code cards coming in. If there's like very little code cards, but so please don't make my life harder than it already is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is a Pokemon. Oh yeah, no, we start Articuno. That's a little awkward, but that's fine. I saw a reversal in hand, so we can just use that to retreat, I guess. Lay down 6 prizes. And then flip this over. If we're going second, then means we can use a supporter turn 1. It was my draw for turn, right? Yeah, it is. I think we just use Proton regardless, yeah. Let's flip the prizes over so I don't have to think about price checking. So we priced 1 Porygon and 2 Receiver. 2 Receiver is kind of terrible pricing, unfortunately. The rest is fine. Do I go for a Mimikyu and 2 Porygons, or do I go for 3 Porygons? That's the question here. I definitely do at least 2 Porygons. But then do I go for a Porygon, third Porygon here, or do I go for a Mimikyu? I think I'm thinking of third Porygon. No, let's go Mimikyu. Mimikyu's fine. Defense Typhlosion takes a little bit to get going, so it's okay. Oopsie. Okay, let's shuffle up. Shuffle, shuffle. Alrighty. Attach the reversal to Articuno. I'm not gonna retreat it yet. Maybe I should actually play this receiver, but I'll wait for now. Let's pass for now. Let's say they got like a few Palavas going, they got a few Events Adventures going, and I take 40 from the single energy combustion from the Quilava. Draw for turn. I got 2 PCs in my hand, bro. But no candies, no P2s. I guess attachments for turn is kind of important to consider here. So if we play the receiver, we could like petrol for Blender and then discard 5 more. Do we want to do that? I think it's better to play Ariana. Just straight up. Then draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Did draw a Porygon-Z, that's nice. These are 2 Rocket supporters, by the way. You want to keep track of that, how many Rocket supporters are here. Okay, we can evolve this guy into Porygon-Z. Got Night Stretcher, I got 2 Petrols. I think I will pop the receiver now. Probably not. This Articuno is gonna like eat shit if I leave it inactive, but I think that's fine. It's a kind of like a waste for attachment for turn, but it's okay. I'll just pass over. They Buddy Blast me for 5 gazillion damage. And I lose my Articuno. Let's push Mimikyu. The Typhlosion has 170 HP, so I need 9 supporters in this card to make this work. So we can evolve the Porygon-Z. That's good. There's 2 right now, so if I play Petrol and Blend or something, I think I can get there, yeah. So let's Petrol. Search our deck for trainer cards. Meaning the Brilliant Blender. Let's play the Brilliant Blender to discard Archer and Archer. And Proton. Proton. Like one Giovanni. Yeah, sure. Let's discard one Giovanni. That feels okay. 2 Proton, 2 Archer, 1 Giovanni. This immediately puts us to 6 extra in the discards, which is very nice. Shuffle this up. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Yeah. Blender goes here, D6 go here. Moving this counter up to 8. Which means we do 160 now to Typhlosion. But we're not done yet with the turn, of course. Because we can Receiver for 1 supporter. Let's go grab like maybe like 3rd Archer. I think that's fine. Maybe actually Proton is probably the call. Yeah, let's go get Proton. Go. Maybe I should have gotten Ariana, or is there an Ariana in my hands? No Ariana in my hand. That means I'm grabbing an Ariana. I thought there was an Ariana in my hands. Yeah. So let's go grab Ariana from the random receiver. From the Rockets receiver. That's my last Rockets receiver because there's 2 of them in the prizes. And then what we can do is we can reconstitute to discard 2 cards from our hands and draw cards. Discard the Petrol and the Giovanni to go up to 10. Drawing 1 card. Ooh, Ultra Ball, that's actually pretty big. Ultra Ball away both the Porygon-Z's for a Porygon-2. Don't worry, I can still Night Stretcher one of them back. But this is Ultra Ball's a really good top deck because I want to chain Porygon-Z's if possible. And this also cleans my hand up so that my Ariana gets more turns next turn, more cards next turn. So it's like kind of a double win. Kind of sucks that I'm immediately like losing 2 Porygon-Z's, of course. But I'm gaining 1 back next turn anyway. I'll just hold for now. Let's attack with Control R for the KO on Explosion. I'll keep this die actually here. Is this die legible for you guys? It's very tiny. I'm not sure if it's legible for you guys. I'm looking at the screen from far away. I get the receiver to hand. Why did I put them down face down? Go. We got one of the receivers. That's nice. Okay. Let's say my Porygon-Z gets fucking power stomped by another Typhlosion that's lying in wait. So we push Mimikyu and draw for turn. We can Night Stretcher for Porygon-Z. Said we were gonna do. Evolve into Porygon-Z. And this is actually, me drawing the Petrol is really nice, because what I can do now is get Proton, for example. Yeah, Proton is probably a good one here. Yeah. Shuffle it all up. And then what we can do is we can reconstitute the Proton and the Petrol to go 12. Drawing 1 card. Oh, another reversal. That's really big. I already drew this. Let's Ariana. Going up to 13. I need a new die for this. Go. Drawing 8 cards straight up. Dude, Team Rocket's Ariana is such a good card. Such a good card. If it was not limited to Rocket stuff, it would be so giga broken. Bench that Porygon, very nice finds. How many Porygon are in my discard pile? I think 2. And 2 PORYGON-Z. Not 2. I think I'll still Sacred Ash first. Putting back the Porygon, Porygon-2, PORYGON-Z, PORYGON-Z. Not the Articuno, because I don't really care about Articuno. And then I'll play Puffin to bench this Porygon and then the 4th Porygon in deck. There's no 4th Porygon in deck. Wait, I just looked at the prizes. There's no 4th Porygon. There's no 2 Fairy, there is no Santa Claus, and there's no 4th Porygon. It's in the prizes. Hello, Dew. Hi, welcome in. How you doing? But yeah, no, I know. That's not the first time I've made that joke. I'm sorry, gang. I already attached return. There's a Team Rocket's Factory, which is really nice. This allows me to draw 2 more cards. Because I played a Rocket supporter earlier this turn. Drawing an Archer and an Ariana. Yeah, for now it's probably smartest to just attack with this PORYGON-Z for the KO on Typhlosion back. No longer dying from the flute. Slay! Let's fucking go. We get the other receiver from the prizes. That's very funny. Okay. Assuming they probably are efficient enough to grab another KO from this. Putting them at 3 prizes, I think. Is that true? Are they now at 3? I think we're losing the prize race. Is there a way that I can turn that around? Probably not. Giraffe return. So we have Rare Candy Ultra Ball, which is really nice. Let's play Team Rocket's receiver to go search for a random supporter. To grab Archer. Good discard Father. So now we can do Ultra Ball away to Archer and Ariana. So put me at 15 supporters in this card. Let me just double check that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 50. So we can Ultra Ball for the PORYGON-Z. Very epic. Yeet, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle it all up. Go. And we can use Rare Candy to skip Porygon-2, go straight into PORYGON-Z. We can attach a Rocket's energy to it, so they can attack right away. And now is a very good time to play Archer. Putting myself to 16, shuffling my hand into my deck and drawing 5 cards. And my opponent must do the same but draw 3 cards. Obviously I have no opponent here, but I would assume that they've accumulated a large hand over the course of the past few turns. Because I've not hand disrupted them a single time. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got another Rare Candy PORYGON-Z. That is insane. Holy moly. Very nice. I can Team Rocket's receiver. Sorry, the reason I keep calling it random receiver is because there was a card Random Receiver back in the day. It was in the black-white era. There was a card named Random Receiver, which would just let you reveal the top card of your deck until you found a supporter. And then that supporter would go to your hand and the rest would be reshuffled into your deck. That's why I keep calling it Random Receiver, because it looks exactly the same, but instead of like the Rockets logo that you see right here, it was like Professor Juniper and was like a different background. But it's functionally similar in the sense that you do also get a supporter from that. Let's use Rocket's Factory. Okay, we found another energy. That's really nice. How many Pokemon are in my discard? This is a straight full line. Okay, that's it. I will Night Stretcher for the Porygon, I guess, so I can like start evolving that one up as well. And let's just swing with Control R for the KO. Sorry, every time I shuffle, the camera moves like slightly. Counter catcher, okay, not the worst. This is Typhlosion 3 that's KOing me. putting me here. Push Mimikyu and draw. Attach Rocket's energy. At this point I can counter capture their Pheasantipity probably. And then retreat. That was not used yet. I will go for an Ariana, putting me at 17. Drawing 5 cards. 5. Can evolve this into Porygon-Z, very nice. We can factory for 2 more. There's 1 card left in our deck, that's perfect. And then we can control R to get 2 prizes from the Fez. Researcher's last prize, that's fine by me. They knock me out with Typhlosion. Or I push my Porygon-Z and draw, attach the Rocket's energy, evolve into Porygon-Z, and swing for the KO. And if I don't have KO, I can always Giovanni something. So yeah, that's a free match. Okay. I don't say it's a free matchup. It's a prize race. And if they don't bench 2 prizers, then you're fucked. But then the question becomes, can they chain 6 Typhlosions in a row? I think that's a really hard question to answer. Can you chain 6 Typhlosions in a row, like over the course of 8 turns? The answer is probably, but how consistent would that be? Like, I don't know what the candy count is. I know they run a 4-4-4 line of Typhlosion, because you want to go for like that early game Kolavas finding the Events Adventures. But the thing is, these Porygons die from like 2 Events Adventures being discarded already, so they don't even have to Ultra Ball for anything. They can just go for a very slow build up. So it's probably pretty likely that they can chain 6 adventures in a row. So let's say they choose now to go second, so we can try again going first against Ethan's Typhlosion Nuke Machine. I love this song. Before I draw my opening hands, I will go take a sip of water. And you guys should too. Make sure you hydrate. People in chat. Make sure you hydrate properly while I take a sip of water. Hydrate, gang! Slate. Alright. Let's draw 7 for the opening hands. Boom. We have Blender and a basic in opening hand. That's crazy going first. Holy shit! This hand is nuts. I had a little peek at what the rest of this hand has. Holy moly, this hand is insane. Alright, so this is a going first hand, yeah. Open the Porygon. We have another Porygon here. We can play Team Rocket's Factory. We can play Rocket's Receiver to find a Proton. Go, we found a Proton. I will reveal prizes once again because we've played the search cards. No, that's so sad. We priced 2 basic Pokemon with the Proton play. Now that we have this really cool Proton play, so I can't bench 4 Porygon. Okay, unfortunate. I can still Proton for like 1 Porygon and 1 Mimikyu, that is. But sadly not for the other Porygon. This is a really good opening hands. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4 Porygons, Articuno, Mimikyu. Yeah, these are all the basics. Okay. But we can still go for a Blender to discard 5 more cards from deck. Let's discard a Giovanni. Let's discard 1 Petrol, 1 Archer, and then 2 Protons. 1. The other Protons. There. That's good. Yeah, because there's 1 prize. So now that we have no more Protons in deck, but that's fine. Us having no Protons in deck is fine for now. Because We don't really need any more basics for the rest of the game, unless of course our basics start getting knocked out. But then we will have to Sacred Ash. At that point, surely we will have taken a prize. There we go. These 5 supporters are now discarded, putting me at 6 discarded Team Rocket supporters. There's not really much else I can do this turn, but come on, that turn was insane. We'll pass over. They go second. They probably do like a 30 damage from the Cyndaquil. I forgot the Rocket's Factory, by the way. Hold on, yeah, I do want to still do the Rocket's Factory, hold on. And then, yeah, pass, okay. They come back to me with 30. I draw for turn. I Rare Candy into Porygon-Z. This is such an aggressive start, I love it. Rare Candy into Porygon-Z. Receiver to Petrol. Petrol, actually, never mind. Petrol doesn't really guarantee me any energies whatsoever. That sucks. I guess we have to grab Oriana then. Oriana lets us see the most cards this turn. Let's shuffle up. Maybe it was not smart to evolve active Porygon-Z to this, but if I can find the Rocket's energy, that would be so good. We can just one shot. We can just KO one of the Cyndaquils already. Okay. I do want to reconstitute to discard the 2 archers, putting me at 8 discarded supporters and drawing cards. Found a Porygon-2, very nice. And then we get Oriana, putting me at 9, drawing me 7 cards. We found the Rocket's energy. I'm just built different, man. This is insane draw, by the way. Yeah. Attach a Team Rocket's energy. Hold this one into Porygon-2. Very nice. This draw is nutty. I don't think we put the Sacred Ash down. Yeah, we can't even play Sacred Ash, bro. Do we Ultra Ball away the 2 Petrols, or do we just chill? We probably just chill and KO that Cyndaquil. We're ahead of the prize race now, so if we can just chain an attacker every turn, that'd be great. I'm assuming they probably went for an Evo play going second. Or they can Candy into a Typhlosion now for a KO, so let's assume that they do. KOing my Porygon-Z. I'll move up Mimikyu for Titan prizes, so my reversals are kind of useless. Sad. But I have Porygon-Z and Rocket's energy. Let's see, how do we approach the rest of this? I think I definitely Ultra Ball away the Petrol and the Research, putting me at 10 to get another Porygon-Z. Go. And I think I'll play the Sacred Ash after I've lost another Porygon-Z. Unless I get the Porygon from prizes, of course. I can also just roll a die for prizes. That would be maybe more exciting. And we play the Petrol to grab trainer cards from our deck. Let's grab Receiver and use Receiver to grab Oriana. Yeah. There we go. Let's retreat Mimikyu into, whoopsie, into the Porygon-Z. And let's use Team Rocket's factory to draw 2 more. And let's swing for the KO. We get the Articuno, unfortunately. That sucks. So let's say they bump our Stadium, and they KO our Porygon. We push the Rocket's Mimikyu, and we draw. At this point we do Sacred Ash. Sacred Ash all of our Pokemon back. All 5 of them. Let's see if I have any deck search that I would play. Hold on. 11, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 11 supporters. We replay the Team Rocket's factory. We bench Articuno just to empty our hand a little bit. I'll use Reconstitute, discard Night Stretcher, and Archer. No, let's do Porygon-Z and Archer. Going up to 120, drawing 1 card. Oh, we drew the Porygon. Oh, wait. Of course we drew the Porygon, bro. I didn't shuffle. Let's shuffle first and then draw the cards. Shuffle first and then draw the card. Shuffle, shuffle. Okay, now draw the cards. We draw fucking Puffin. Holy shit. We can just grab the 2 Porygons. That's crazy. Actually drawing Puffin off the top there is so fucking filthy. That's even better than drawing Porygon off the top. That's so fucking disgusting. Sacred Ash into Puffin is low-key kind of disgusting though. Same for Super Rod into Puffin. I don't want to Night Stretch or anything yet, so let's play Yana, moving that up to 13 supporters. And drawing 7. 4, 5, 6. And all of these other Porygon were already in play. We're ahead. We're equal in prizes, so I have to do Rocket's Energy. I'm surprised by the lack of Rocket's cards in my hand right now. I don't want to Ultra Ball yet, so let's Factory for 2. Nice, we got the other Porygon-Z as well. Let's retreat Mimikyu into Porygon-Z. Let's swing for the KO. Typhlosion number 2. We already killed a Cyndaquil, of course. We get a Proton from prizes. That's not really what I want. Let's assume that once again KO this. How many Rocket's Energies in discard right now? I think it's 3. It's 3. That's rough. Mimic. Well, at least evolve one of them to Porygon-Z, because we've expended 1 candy, so there's only 1 candy in deck. Let's assume this is bumped so we can play this one from our hands. Is there a way for me to Giga Draw this turn? Maybe Ultra Ball away, Night Stretcher, Proton for Z. Putting this at 14. And then we can use... I don't have a Porygon. Shit. Oh wait, I have candy in hand. Dude, I'm stupid. We can candy Porygon-Z and we can reconstitute. Actually, I probably want to Ultra Ball first. let's overhaul the 2 Porygons for nothing, I think. Yeah, nothing. This feels like a very awkward play, but I think I have to do it. This is gonna be a no attacking turn, fortunately, because we're not behind on prizes. But I'll Giovanni up something that hard to attack with, or retreat out of, pushing the Articuno and then drawing 2 from factory. I haven't played a supporter yet. How many Giovannis are here? 1 in prizes. And there's 2 here, so there's 1 more in my deck. Okay. Oh no, I did play the Giovanni. What am I talking about? I did play a supporter. Let's pass. And let's say they still KO my Articuno. They didn't find a boss or something. Push Mimikyu. Now they're ahead on prizes. I'm not sure if I want to do that, but I think I will. Countercatcher up at 2 prizer. Retreat into board 2. And Ariana. 7. 2. 7, that's a misplay. Okay, yeah, I did not realize that were this little cards left in my deck. Oopsie. That means I lose. Because I can grab a KO, but I can't grab 3 prizes this turn. And I lose from deck out. Because I'm already down my Sacred Ash. Oopsie daisy. That's a big oopsie daisy. Alright, let's just shuffle up again. Is there another matchup we want to practice? Or trying the Raging Bolt again? I think I'll let the ad run for now, because I think there's an ad coming soon. Surely there's an ad coming soon, right? There's 13 minutes? Sure, I'll let it run now so I can go pee. Alright, be right back, gamers. Okay gang, I'm back from peeing. But the ad break's not over yet, so I will just wait a few seconds until the ad break is over. I'll start shuffling some more, and I'm just starting to think Raging Bolt might be a little bit of a rough matchup for this deck. I mean, yes, you can chain 2 prizers, but you have to absolutely pop off at the start. Need like at least 12 in the discard. And the Baby Bolt can just snipe your bench, unfortunately. So that's maybe an idea. Try. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, the ab break should be over right now, I think. So let's open the first 7 against Bolt. Let's actually throw, let's say heads. We get tails. Bolt wants to go second. I'm fine with that. I'll go first. Actually, Bolt maybe wants to go first. I think Bolt wants to go first. They know this is the matchup. So I'll go second. We do have a basic. Holy moly, never punish for low basic count. Let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip it over. I'm going second. Draw for turn. Let's play that Buddy Buddy Poffin and reveal those prizes, my guy. Porygon, Giovanni, Proton, Candy, Articuno, Proton. Okay. So we definitely Poffin for 2 Porygon. We don't really have any other option here. That's one of them. That's another one. Is there another card in our hand that we want to play that draws? Yes, but that's... I think I want a Petrol here, maybe. Yeah, let's play Petrol. Putting me at 1 in the discards. And drawing my Blender. Brilliant Blender. We play the Brilliant Blender. Discard Archer. Petrol. 1 Giovanni, another Archer, and then the last one I want a Proton. Go. 5 more supporters in the discard pile, let's freaking go. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, so I did Petrol this turn, so no more Arianaing from me. Now we are at 6 in the discards. There might be a Baby Bolt play here that I'm really scared about, so I'm not going to attach any energy and I'll pass. This was me going second, so turn 2 they definitely have a Baby Bolt swing for 60 to KO Porygon. So let's draw. Oh my god. I need Candy PZ basically here. One of the candies is prized, so how do we... Or do we just trust that we have... that we get P2 plus... I guess what we can do is like Giovanni up, going to 7. Giovanni up an actual Raging Bolt that is definitely not ready to attack yet. Evolve this to P2, attach a Rocket, and then pass, and then like, okay, sure, they don't have attack this turn, we draw. I attach another Rocket's energy here, just in case I don't find it. And Ariana, I think I just research here. Discard both my Arianas, putting this at 9. Drawing 7 cards. 5, 6, 7. An interesting list trying to optimize. That's a nice thing, we don't have to evolve this to PZ to grab a KO. Well, thing is, we don't grab the KO just yet. We definitely Ultra Ball away Archer and Ariana, putting this at 11. We need one more supporter in this card, actually. grab a KO and a bolt, which is sad. Let's Ultra Ball for the Porygon. You're using 2 Rockets energy feels like such a waste. Not even grab the KO. Feels like such a waste. Okay, we did find a reversal from this, but yeah. Can technically evolve to Porygon-Z. I guess my only out is trying to, evolve into Porygon-Z. Use Reconstitute to discard Candy and Reversal. This feels so wrong. I'm drawing 1 card, but if this is a... No, wait, that doesn't work actually, never mind. Well, let's rewind all of that. That doesn't work, because I was about to say I can Ultra Ball the top deck, but I can't, because I only have 1 more card. So that actually does not work. So we'll just swing for 220 into the Raging Bolt. Say Raging Bolt KOs me. We're now on 4 prizes. I draw. Still Candy PZ. And Reversal, which is very nice. And I can reconstitute my Ultra Balls for 1. That's very nice. Rockets Receiver for an Ariana. Oh my god, Rockets Receiver. Such a goated top deck there, bro. Grab Ariana. We're immediately goated with the sauce. We are down like 3 Ultra Balls, unfortunately, I think. Yeah, we're down 3 Ultra Balls and both of our candies, because one of the candies is prized. Play the Ariana to draw 8. Very nice. Okay, unfortunately there's no... We can Rockets Receiver twice here. Grabbing like a Proton and an Archer. And an Ultra... Night Stretcher is better here. Night Stretcher, Porygon. These 2 go to hand. I can still Ultra Ball this turn. I don't know if I want to. Kind of 2 question mark. Ultra Ball, Geo, Proton, 2. This way we can keep chaining the attackers. And getting 2 extra in the discard, so... 40. Boop. 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 Retreat that Mimikyu and grab your 2 prizes. The Bolt. I did not get the rare candy, unfortunately. Or the Proton. Say I get O-Code again, they go down to 3. Prizes. I push Mimikyu and draw. Bench Porygon. Evolve to PZ. Team Rockets energy. Do I play Archer here? Yo. I think I just play Giovanni, putting myself at 15 to boss up like an Ogre Pawn on the bench and swing for KO on that one. Hopefully I get the rare candy here, otherwise I'm straight up cooked. Also, I've not seen a single... I do get the rare candy, that's very nice. I've not seen a single Team Rockets Rockets factory yet. It's very sad. The energies? Am I down? 1 reversal and 3 rockets, right? 2 rockets. Yeah, okay. So PZ once again gets KO'd. We're down to 2 prizes. I need to find Rocket's energy. Okay. We can rare candy into PZ. We can play the factory. Research and Archer see me more cards, or Research sees me new cards. Like if I Archer, I can technically still redraw the Proton. Archer gives me more potential to spin before I draw the final two. So I think this is what I have to do. Play the Archer. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, we have the reversal, but it doesn't do anything. Anyway, we can thin out something. We can't, so let's factory. 1, 2. Didn't get the rock. The pass, the KO Mimikyu. They're down to 1 prize. I push this. I can petrol, putting me at 1. Petrol for a receiver, and receiver can grab me Proton. Now there's 4 cards in my deck. Surely I'll draw it. Is there a way I can thin anything? Still no. So let's factory. Oh boy. Is it the bottom cards? Reconstitute the Proton and the Research, putting this at 1P. Please don't let it be the bottom cards. No, the bottom card is the Rocket's Energy. Oh wait, but I just said they're 1 prize. I can just do reversal and attack. Never mind. I am the big stupid. Sometimes. Let's try to go for a game 2 against Bolt, going first now rather than second. Or did I go first last run? I don't think I went first. I think I went second, yeah. Play 1 second. Go first. Bolt. Shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. I wish I could run more than 4 Porygons, but that's unfortunately not really possible. 2, 3. Alright, please have a basic. No basic! No basic found. Time to reshuffle. At least you can have, guys can have like a nice, good, nice long stare at my very hairy forearms whilst I'm shuffling and my veiny hands. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever might be interested. I am single at the moment. That's so silly, bro. Why am I like this? I should not use Twitch as a dating platform, bro. I mean, not that Tinder, Grindr, and Bumble are working at all. But like, I think Twitch is probably worse as a dating platform than either of those 3. Alright, let's draw another 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. And man, I love these sleeves. They're so good. Yeah, we got the Porygon. Very nice. We got at least 1 basic. We can pop down 6 cards here. And it's actually not a bad hand going first, because we have Team Rocket's Proton. Allow us to search for some cards, some basic Pokemon. Our prizes are Research, Countercatcher, Petrol, Giovanni, Ariana, Giovanni. Oof, 4 of them are. Yeah, let's play Petrol, or Proton, sorry. Get ourselves 2 Porygon and a Mimikyu. Go. I think this list could benefit from 2 Mimikyu, 2 Articuno, but I think 1 Wobbuffet could maybe work. Wobbuffet is kind of... The thing with Wobbuffet is that this... Like, yes, it moves damage from one of my bench Pokemon to the active, but thing is that my Pokemon are not very bulky. So I think this rarely ever, like, helps me. Ever. Especially if I already have Articuno in for my Dragapult matchup. Okay, so we played the Proton. I have Team Rocket's Factory. I also have Team Rocket's Receiver. Let's play that first. Why did I shuffle then if I did that? I want a receiver for Ariana. I want to, or I think Petrol's better here. Petrol is better to grab from receiver. Because Petrol can grab me Brilliant Blender next turn. The reason I want to play the receiver now is because I want to thin out before using my Rocket's Factory. I'm gonna need some energies at some point, so I might as well have to draw into them. Like, there's no way for me to actually find these special energies other than running Colress, but Colress is like a non-Rocket supporter, so fuck that guy. So let's use the Rocket's Factory, drawing 1, 2. We do get another receiver. Yes, I will play that. Let's play it for not Proton. I want to get an Ariana. Go. Dude, Team Rocket's Receiver is such a good card. It's crazy insane. Searching for a specific supporter is so powerful. In a format where we don't have Lumineon V or Tapu Lele GX or Legend Maker Lapras or like any of those guys. Right, that's my turn 1. Let's say they bump our stadium because they're Raging Bolt. I can play another once it's going into me. I can Puffin for my 4th Porygon. That's honestly not a bad shout. I do have to find it though. Go. And I can... That's the wrong one. Petrol for a Blender. Putting this at 20. Grabbing my Blender, which I can play to discard 5 cards from my deck. We're not going to discard any Giovanni's, because we have 2 of them priced. Proton, and like Petrol. I'll do Proton, because my board is pretty much set up right now. Blender is so fucking good, man. I love Blender. I mean, in this deck specifically. I think Blender in general is actually quite bad. Like, not the... There's aspects that are a lot better than Blender, unfortunately. Okay, is my phone still charging? Very much is. Thank you very much. But Blenders are really good in this specific deck. 5 orders being added to that juicy discard pile, putting up to 7. And then I can Factory for 2. Ultra Ball, Giovanni. Unfortunately, we didn't find a single energy, but we can evolve a bench Porygon into Porygon-Z, of course. And I can Ultra Ball away my Archer, and I think I'll Ultra Ball Giovanni, putting 9. Or a Porygon-2 to evolve right away on the bench. Ding, 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 ding. Go, all shuffled up, and it's another fat pass for me. By their turn 2 going second, they probably have enough energy to kill this Porygon-2 with Baby Bolt, so assume that they do. That's probably the best play for them. And let's draw for turn. Sacred Ash is not really a good play right now because I only have 2 Pokemon in my discard pile. Do I rely on finding candy? Probably not. I'm evolving active P2. And I'll play Oriana, putting this at hundo to draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How did I drew 2 Rocket's energies? Nobody saw that. I drew 2 Rocket's energies. I have to go for that play because otherwise I can't attack this turn actually. 2 Rocket's energies but no reversals. Yana, 2, Petrol, Bonnie. Let's use. I probably need to use Ultra Ball first. Ultra Ball my Petrol and P2 or a P2. Feels weird to Ultra Ball away a P2 for a P2, but I need to thin my hands. Oh wait, there's no P2 left. Okay then. I'll grab a PZ. I need to thin the deck. Maybe I do find reversal from this. This goes to 11. Then we Team Rocket's Factory for 2 cards. PZ and Oriana. We can beat Z's ability, discarding Oriana and PZ. Putting me to 120. Drawing 1 card. Dude, I have 3 Rocket's energy in my hands, my guy. Let's attach this here. Yes, and then we go this. They're up to 4 prize cards. I push this. Giga Cringe. Attach the energy here. I think at this point I do play Sacred Ash to recover these guys. 1 candy in here. What brings? Yeah, that's valid. I'll shuffle in a little bit. I actually have to shuffle right now. Yeah. I have to shuffle right now. Okay. Then let's do that shuffle, shuffle, shuffle right now. Let me just recheck if these are indeed 12. 4. Indeed, 12 Pokemon. 12 Pokemon, 12 Rocket supporters. So let's play Oriana, bumping that up to 13. Drawing 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, I now draw 2 reversals. Candy into PORYGON-Z. I do want to thin out a little bit more before using the factory. Let's play the Rocket's Receiver for last Rocket supporter in my deck. I would love to have a Porygon benched at this point because I am out of candies and I need 2 turns to get that to PORYGON-Z. Let's use factory. I do draw the Porygon, very nice. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go for the rest of the game, so let's swing for 2 prizes. Get Counter Catcher and Search. Nice. PZ gets knocked out, they're down to 3. I push my PZ. And draw. Do I have P2 in my hands? Probably have to Ultra Ball for it. Yeah, let's Ultra Ball for it. Ultra Ball away research. And research, I don't really want to play the researchers anymore. Get the P2. Go. Let's countercatcher like an ogre pawn on the bench. Attach that. Attach a rocket here. I'm doubting if I want to go for the archer play, but I think I do. Putting this at 140. Go 140, shuffling everything in. Then drawing 5. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay. Factory for 2. We already have the Porygon. I'll play the receiver to shuffle. Yeah, I kind of have to shuffle using that. I think I'm practically set up for a game here. I might need to draw a little bit more aggressively though. So let's use Constitute, discarding Night Stretcher, Reversal Energy. To draw one. Yeah. Control R for the KO, drawing 2 prizes. Surely I'll get a Giovanni from this, right? There's 2 Giovanni in prize. Yeah, nice. We do. Okay, I KO my active P, going down to 2 prizes. Push my Mimikyu just in case. And draw. I'll play down my hand because. Yeah, oh wait, Oriana is still in prizes, never mind. Doesn't matter. I mean, Factory's probably bumped in the meantime. Let's play Team Rocket's Factory again. What fins me the most? Now let's evolve to Z. Petrol fins me the most, so. Although I want to gust this turn, that's the whole thing. Yeah, let's Giovanni. This to 150. Moving a juicy 2-prizer to active. And I can probably just swing for KO, but I want to see how much I can thin. 1, 2. What's even the rest of the deck? Oh yeah, it's a whole line. Here. Swing for KO. 2-prize matchups feel pretty free, but I don't know. How does the matchup against Iron Thorns work? I mean, Iron Thorns is not that bad. You just have to dodge the Enhanced Hammer when it's most crucial. Alright. Yeah, 2-prize matchups seem pretty free. I don't know. Is this deck just secretly just goated? Or am I just lucky with how I'm drawing my cards? Or are my real life opponents actually better? And I never take into account when if they like Iono me or whatever, you know? That's definitely possible, them Ionoing or stamping me. Maybe I should keep that in mind. I wish I could play against like somewhat like an actual person right now. I don't think that's really possible. Draw 7, assume we're going first. Like a random 2-prize matchup, something like Miraidon or Joltik Box. Joltik Box is like an alright one I can practice against. Wow, this hand is actually apt. If we're going first. 3 of these. And 3 more of these. Okay, let's go first. Holy shit, my hand is terrible. 2p2, 2pz, 2 energies. I have a petrol, so I guess I can reveal prizes. Reversal, Ariana, Factory, Ultra Ball, Archer. Do I have petrol for Blender? I think I do. Or actually, I should petrol for Puffin. I think that's probably better to do. Yeah, Petrol for Puffin. And then Puffin for 2 Porygon. Boom. Against Joltik Box. Against Joltik Box, this is a pass for me now. 10. Go. Like 1, I guess. Joltik Box. If I pass the Joltik Box right now, they're gonna charge up an Iron Hands with their attack. I draw for turn. Porygon-Z. Porygon-Z. Attach reversal. And pass. They Iron Hands me for 2 prizes here. I push Porygon-Z. Draw. I evolve into PZ. I attach Rocket's Energy. I Night Stretcher my Porygon down. Do I reconstitute 2 cards? Probably. They're both not that useful right now. 1. Counter Catcher. No, I do want to KO the Iron Hands though. KO the Iron Hands. Wait, what am I saying? I'm not KOing the Iron Hands, bro. Holy shit, what am I saying? I'm not KOing the Iron Hands with 1 Team Rocket supporter in the discard pile. I'll Counter Catcher the Joltik then. And hit the Joltik for 20. Joltik probably charges up again. I draw for turn. And I attack Joltik for KO. For 1 prize. Go. They KO this with Iron Hands. They're down to 2 prizes, unfortunately, already. Upgrade PZ. Draw. Energy. Wait, Archer or Oriana then? I think I Archer then. Disrupt hands. No, I need a powerful man. I need a powerful turn. I need Oriana. Drawing 7. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, I'm drawing a whole bunch of nothing. Sucks. Ultra Ball. Archer. And Geo. That's just a loss. Holy shit, bro. For P2. Although, no, Iron Hands actually doesn't KO my Porygon-Z, so it's not a loss yet. Or I can Night Stretcher a PZ back. And there we go. And I can reconstitute Rocket Center. Petrol. 1 card. I can play the receiver to get another Petrol. I can Blender next turn. Itchy foreheads. Classic Noah. Itchy foreheads. Classic, classic. Bam. Pop. Control R for 100 on the Iron Hands. Iron Hands amps me for... It probably actually just goes for the KO and just grabs 1 prize from it. So they're down to 1 prize. That's a yikers. Draw for turn. PZ. The Iron Hands is 100 damage, so it needs 130 to be KO'd. So let's fetch roll, bring this down to 6, or up to 6, sorry. Blender, let's play the blender. Discard Archer, Archer, Geo, Geo, Proton. Go. Haven't seen a single Team Rocket's factory this game either, unfortunately. If we discard all these, that puts it to 110. For like 11 supporters, sorry. That was already supported turn though. I can reconstitute this and this. 120, drawing one. That's dude. Come on, man. Swing with KO on the Iron Hands. Sure. What do we get? Factory and reversal. Okay. Let's say they don't have anything. They're just Joltik for some energy again. Just to humor the fact that I might still be in this match. Factory. Let's reconstitute the reversal and the Geo. This to 130 for 1 card and RPZ. Let's play the Proton, putting this to 140. Bench of Porygon and a Mimikyu, and I think that's it. Oh, and I can also grab Articuno, sure. Maximum thinning, baby. Maximum thinning. Okay. And then we Rocket's Factory for 1, 2. Can Seaver for another supporter, but yeah, no, this is a loss. For Shoresies, Ariana. And then like attack for 2 prizes. But that's a loss from here because they're only on 1. Yeah, this deck kind of hard loses to Iron Hands if you don't have specifically both your candies early game. But maybe we can try again. What if we go second against Joltik Box? That Joltik Box doesn't like going first. So what if we go second? I think that's an excellent idea. Yeah, let's go second against the Joltik Box, game 2. Shuffle everything back up again. Shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. I do want to take another sip of water. Chat, by the way, are you guys liking this deck? Because I like how gimmicky this deck is, and I like myself some PORYGON-Z. I don't think this is a viable deck for a regional or a cup or whatever. But for like leagues or league challenges, they could be very fun to bring, I think. But yeah, I'm not sure about this being actually competitive, honestly. Like, it feels strong at times, but it can be very bricky, especially if your opponent Ionos you. Oh, pardon me. Good burps. Going second against Joltik Box. It's my opener, not this, because there's no Pokemon in there. Not even an evolved one. I just needed 1 basic Pokemon and then that's a valid opener, but no. Yeah, you definitely need to, definitely need to tweak this deck, adding more basic Pokemon. Second Mimikyu feels like a no-brainer. Not sure if you want to go to an 8th bench Pokemon, maybe you get like Chingling, think Chingling could be interesting. The Rocket's Chingling. You could consider like a Meowth maybe. But I think Chingling is probably the best. Besides the second Mimikyu. Or you add like a Fez, but then your Arianas aren't as powerful. Once again, no basics. That sucks. No basics kind of is a big sucker. Yeah, shuffle. Shuffle. Shuffle some more. Let's shuffle some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a fucking Porygon here. Let's go. Only one mulligan. Pro gamer. So going second, drawing that card. I think we still want a Proton turn 1 though. That feels like a no-brainer. Let's reveal those prizes. Proton, Reversal, Ariana, Easy, Receiver, E2. Okay. That's workable. I think we want to do Mimikyu plus Pory and Pory. This Articuno just fucking dies to MP very much. So it doesn't matter how big the basics are that we grab here. Is there more search that we have in our opener? There's an Ultra Ball, which I definitely actually do want to play. Ultra Balling Archers. So that we have some more rocket support in this card. And just grabbing a P2. Is a P2. Yeah, there. Just grabbing a P2 in advance for next turn. They're probably gonna go for a Joltik turn next turn and then an Iron Hands turn. But it just gives me time to set up. It gives me some time to set up. Hopefully enough. Go. Pass. They Jolting Charge. I draw. Very nice factory. Evolve to P2. Attach the Reversal to P2. And Ariana to draw 7 cards. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very happy about the blender draw there. We can candy a benched Porygon into PORYGON-Z. We can blender, of course. We can blender the remaining 2 Protons for sure. I already discarded 2 Archers, so I might have to be a little more careful with that. Discard another Archer, sure. And like 1 Geo, the last Proton. There we go. I don't want to do an attack this turn yet, because I don't want to KO that Joltik. That puts me on Uprising. It doesn't really do anything for me. Better to let Iron Hands KO this. There we go. That's 5 more, so that goes to 90. Although there might be some merit to maybe bumping a Pika down this turn. But I already played a supporter, of course, so no Geo. Let's factory for 1. And pass. Let Iron Hands KO this. We push the P2. And draw. Say they bench my stadium. Doesn't matter because we have another energy. Let's see if we can actually grab a KO on that Iron Hands this turn. Let's evolve into PZ just in case. Do I research here? Oh, I don't think so. Let's Geo 100 into the Mimikyu and then retreat the Mimikyu back to that guy. Factory for 2. Nice, we got it, because now we can reconstitute these two. Putting this at 120 and drawing one. I can even Night Stretcher the Porygon, that's probably a good call. Night Stretching Porygon is probably a good call. I think I do want to reconstitute one more. No, let's not. Let's just grab the KO on the Iron Hands. Doing 240 to it. Now get PZRP2 from the price. We did get a Proton and the Receiver. I know we got Ariana. My bad. Move these. Let's say Pika KOs me and they're down to 3. I push Mimikyu. Really want to Geo them this turn. But all my Geos in these cards. 1, 2, 3. Not all of them, but I also have Counter Catcher still, so that's worth. Counter Catcher and Miraidon or something. Receiver. Supporter that I don't want. Petrol, I think. Petrol. And an Ultra Ball, this Petrol. And Archer. Putting this at 140, by the way. To go grab a 2 if I have one left. I don't think I have one left actually. I have one left, that sucks. Grab Porygon then. Okay, I have not played a supporter for turn yet. Oh wait, I have a P2 in hand. Dude, I'm stupid. And let's Ariana, putting this to 15. Drawing 7. It's 4. 2. Okay. Now once again I have 8 in hand. Let's just sort this hand quick. Hit draw into the Geo for next turn. I have a PZ in my hand, so I feel pretty comfortable attaching this here. Let's Ultra Ball, putting this to 170, the 2 Arianas. Spin out a little bit more. Articuno, I'm not going to bench the Articuno, but just to have it. Yeah. Okay. Retreat into the PORYGON-Z with its Rocket Energy and KO the Rhydon that I gusted up, getting that PZ and the reversal. Let's say they Iron Hands me going down to 1. That would be really sad. I don't think it would matter. Or no, they probably want to peek at me. They're going down to 2 then. Draw for turn. It doesn't really matter because I just have to Geo and then retreat onto like any 2-pricer that's not Pika. And I have the PORYGON-Z here for the swing. Yeah, okay, cool. Joltik Box is winnable if you go second. Crazy. I do want to try one more time if we can actually beat Joltik Box going first. Because going first is beneficial for me, but it's not as beneficial as Joltik Box wanting to go second. So, yeah, there's that. Right. Okay, let's draw 7. 5, 6, 7. Please have a basic. No basic. Unfortunate, no basic. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please have a basic. There it is. 2 basics even. Wow, lucky me. Whoop. 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 Let's flip them and go first. Draw. We rockets receiver for that proton baby, but let's check the prices first. Articuno, don't care. Research PZ. Okay, that's awkward pricing with 1 P2 and also a candy. We can still rockets receiver for a proton and play the proton. Get the rest of my basics on the boards. If I can find them. Yo, they're all here. They're all in one spot. That's so funny. Porygon, Mimikyu. Do I have more search in my hands or no? Probably not. I do have Team Rocket's factory, which is really nice. And let's attach here for turn. I do need to finish the shuffle. Yeah. Because I want to use the factory. Because I played a supporter this turn, that with the name Team Rockets in it. Right, shuffle a little bit more. It's probably fine. Let's use that factory for 1, 2. We can even use another rockets receiver. What do we want to grab with that? Probably petrol. Petrol is, I think, a pretty good draw here, so let's grab the petrol and shuffle once again. This is a very shuffle-heavy deck. If you want to sequence correctly, but I think that's fine. I do like how cool this deck is. This deck is so fucking cool to play, I swear to God. Okay, this deck is so cool to play. Okay. Go. Very nice setup, and I think that's a pass from this guy. Pass, they jolting charge. I draw. Bro, I fucking top deck the blender? That's insane behavior. Let's discard at least 2 archers. We can discard a Geo. Proton as well. Sure. I think I'll look for another proton to discard. That feels valid. I don't really need them anymore. There we go. Alright, shuffle up. There's so much shuffling with this deck. Like, bro, if I run like the Dunsparce in this, it would be even more shuffling. There we go. 5 supporters discarded, so that's 60. 6 discarded, sorry. I haven't played a supporter for turn yet. Do I want to play the petrol for Ultra Ball? Probably haven't bumped this. Petrol for Ultra Ball. That is actually fine, I think. Petrol for Ultra Ball. Discard Factory and Ariana with Ultra Ball. Price a candy, so let's go find P2. There it is. Evolve this into P2. I am discarding 2 more rocket supporters here, so I should change the die from 6 to 8. I wish I had just had like a D20 here that would keep track of it for me. That would be nice. You just heard a fart? No, you didn't, by the way. Discard factory 2. This is now on 8. Let's use the factory, draw 2, that's your reversal, turn, and pass again. Iron Hands KOs this for 2 prizes, likely. So let's push Q and draw. Evolve this into P2. Nice, we have an attacker this turn. I want to kill the Iron Hand so we can't counter catch her, so let's play Oriana for 9. Draw 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Can evolve this guy into 4B. We can reconstitute Archer and the Geo. Get this to 110 and draw 1 card. So factory to draw 2 more. Coffin doesn't really do anything, unfortunately. Was this a P2 this turn already? I think so. This barely doesn't actually barely doesn't KO Iron Hand, so I do actually have to go for the counter catcher right on play and KO the Iron Hands back. Although, do I want to end my turn like that? Trying to think if there's anything else I can do this turn that would make me happy. Probably not. Let's just grab the KO for 2 prizes. Putting us back down 4 to 4. What the fuck are my prizes that I grabbed? Articuno and Research, okay. Sure, buddy. Yeah, they definitely KO me with Iron Hands here. To grab 2 more prizes, putting them down to 2 prize cards. Let's push Mimikyu and Raw. Attach your Rocket's energy here. Let's use Sacred Ash to shuffle these 3 fellas back. But I'll use Boffin to bench Porygons. Reminder that I do need to shuffle. I attached the rockets already for turn. Evolved Porygon-Z. Oh wait, that's not a Porygon-Z. I'm so sorry. I need to shuffle before I do anything else. There we go. Count real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Yeah. It is indeed 11. It's Porygon-Z away. Fetch roll. And a Geo. I think I want to discard a Geo. Yeah, because I still have 1 more Geo in deck. Let's get 1 cards. Let's a supporter for turn. Wait, this goes to 130 first and foremost. And then supporter for turn is Archer going to 140. There we go. Shuffling and drawing 5. Could have benched the Articuno. Actually, yeah. Benching Articuno is better there because that means I don't draw it. I would have drawn it actually. Okay. Playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Okay, no candy, unfortunately. I don't think I used candy yet, right? Or did I? No, I haven't. Okay, let's use factory to draw 2. Oh, I will Ultra Ball away the research and the Ultra Ball. Grab a Porygon-Z. If I have that, I do. There's one more. Okay. Because there's one underneath this one, and then there's one in prizes. Yeah. There's 3 in total. Okay. Means I also can't Night Stretcher for another one. Let's just retreat then into 3. And attack with Reconstitute. Kill the Iron Hands. 2. Putting us both at 2 prize cards. I didn't get the P2 unfortunately. Let's say they KO me with like a Pika or something. Putting them at 1 prize. I'll push my Mimikyu and I need to find my Rocket's Giovanni somehow. Okay. First and foremost, we'll manually evolve into PZ. I will factory. No, wait, factory. I'll reconstitute. That's what I meant. Discarding these 2. Actually, no. Discard 1 PZ and 1 Proton. 15. Matters. 1 card draw. That's unfortunate. Definitely want to Night Stretcher the P2. Fin this card out of my hands. What is the sequencing gonna be here, man? Definitely attach. Thing though, I want to find Geo here. I can't, and I already have played my counter catcher, right? Let me just check that I played my counter. Not that it would work, but yeah. Oh no, it would work because they're on 1 prize. But I'm assuming they have like a single prizer in front right now. So you know what? Let's just play Ori. Drawing 6. That's 4, 5, 6. Of course, I find a Geo now. Let's just see as a fun exercise if we can fin our deck completely. Let's candy into UZ. Let's Rocket's Receiver. Grab Ariana. There's 5 cards left in the deck. I think it's not possible for me to fin out my entire deck, but who knows. Rocket's Receiver again. I don't think there's another Pokemon in here though. Nope. Again, Factory. Be ready, attach, return, and play the supporter. And Reconstitute again. Discarding like the Petrol and Artie. Once putting this in 18. Drawing 1. And there's still 2 cards left in deck. Okay, cool. That's not a win, likely. That's okay. Joltik Box being a hard matchup is not necessarily a bad thing. Joltik Box will probably likely see less play with even Typhlosion rising in popularity. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here for now, guys. Let me just give you the proper view that you guys deserve. The PZ view. Sorry for that. Sorry for the rapey ear thing that you're hearing now. I'm gonna go end streamy right now. Let me just check if there's anyone cool live at the moment. I will turn off the music so I can listen in on the stream. Let's see. Is there anyone cool live right now? There's several cool people live right now. Let me think. Or to the side. I'll prepare the raid messages for now. And just as a heads up, guys, for next week, there will be no weekend stream because there's TwitchCon in the weekends. I don't know if tickets are still available, but if there are, feel free to grab them via this link so you can make my ticket cheaper. That'd be amazing. No need to, of course. Don't want to. It's been a while since we've been at Spoofies, so let's go. Raid the Spoofmeister. Probably type her name correctly. Thanks everyone so much for watching though. Wait, no, her stream is ending. Shit. Shit. Her stream is ending. Shit. No. Dang. Okay. Different targets. Because her stream is ending. We can go Red Dolce. Yeah. I need me some Portuguese temperaments. There we go. Okay. Thanks everyone so much for hanging out. See you guys later. Next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Down here, salt is a way of life. Down here, salt is a way of life.